the experience of studying in Atlantis helped you to build your business?
Well, I did the MBA, the Master in Business. So what I love about it is that it gives you like overall knowledge of business. So I think that if you're going to manage a business, you need to have knowledge on many different areas, not just on a specific one.
Right.
So that's what I think the MBA gave me, knowledge on different areas that you can apply to your day-to-day. So I wouldn't say there's a specific class that I like or I remember, but it's good to have an overall knowledge for business.
Welcome, everybody. I'm here with a special guest, the co-founder of Dog House Downtown Miami, Jose Cedeno, our alumni. So it's always a super pleasure to have our alumni coming back. And I'm going to ask him a very interesting question. I'm a dog lover, so it's a super great opportunity to be here today interviewing him. So without further ado, Jose, welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. So I want to start because I wanted to take as much as I can because I really love dogs. I have had dogs all my life. Tell us a little bit about your business, how things are going. How did you decide to start this business? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's a long story. So one of my best friends from Venezuela, they opened the first dog house, which opened like 5 years ago in Miami Lakes. And I was really familiar with that business since, we're close friends, so I spent a lot of time in that place. And it's really fun to be with dogs during the day. Like I said, you already said that you are a dog lover, so you know how it is to spend time with many different dogs together. And I really liked the idea. And by that time, I was still studying here in the university. So once I graduated, I started to think about possible investments in business here in the United States. And by that time, they also wanted to open a second location. So we just talked about it, and that's it. We decided to open the second location in downtown, and we're finally open.
And Jose, tell me a little bit about the day-to-day. How's your daily activities? How your business works from since you open to the time you close in a normal day?
Yeah, it's really fun because we have daycare service, the hotel, and the grooming. So, for example, the daycare, you can drop off your dog and go to work, and then just pick him up at 6. And for the hotel, you can go to vacation, go to holidays, and you can leave your dog with us for a week, 2 weeks, even a month. There's no time limit to have your dog staying with us. And we also have the full grooming service. So it's 3 different services that we offer. And like I said, it's really fun to spend the whole day working with dogs if you love dogs. And in the daycare, we have 2 different areas, so we separate them by size. You'll see later in the video that he's going to show, so you can take a look at the facility.
Right. And tell me something, for example, when you say the activities of the dogs, what do they do during the day? Because you have the hotel capacity, the grooming, etc. So what do they do when, for example, if I have a dog and I drop the dog at early morning, and what will the dog do during the day?
Yeah, so it's full activity the whole day. We have 1 supervisor in each park, so that's the good thing, that they're always supervised. At the end of the day, there are dogs, so you just want to make sure that they have the best environment, talking about safety, because if you drop off your dog with us, you want to make sure that we're taking care of them and anything bad is going to happen. So that's a great challenge for us, making sure that all dogs are safe when they're staying with us, and also playtime. So all the supervisors are playing with them the whole day. We're always recording videos so the clients can look at them during the day. So that's basically what we do. So by the end of the day, we promise that your dog is going to have a full day of activity, exercise, socializing. So that's good when you come home. Your dog is going to be exhausted and ready to eat and sleep. That's the best thing that's why people love daycare. actually.
Right, because
yeah.
it gets a lot. It kind of drains the energy. The dog is active.
Yeah, you'll see the difference. Like
interacting.
if you go to work and leave your dog home alone, once you come back home, I mean the dog's gonna be crazy to play with you, you know. So the other hand, when you drop him off for daycare and you pick him up after work, you'll see that the dog is knocked out.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
people love it because of that. That's one of
Exactly.
the benefits.
So one thing I want to ask you about the grooming service that you have, right? So you cater to all kinds of dogs, right? Small, big, medium, etc. Is any different service depending on the dog? Because some are more hairier, right? Some are less hair, more hair. Some are more friendly. Some are less friendly. So how do you manage the diversity of so many different kinds of dogs, right?
Yeah. So there's many type of dogs from size to coating, long hair, short hair. So we have a very professional groomer with a lot of years of experience.
Right.
So she's able to do any type of dogs. So yeah, anything related to grooming service, we can do it in doghouse.
Right. What about, for example, tell us about the option that owners have to leave the dog, for example, multiple days or like an overnight, etc. Because that's a convenience when people have to travel. It's something that you offer as well, right?
Yeah. So for the hotel, it's a mix of daycare as well. So when you leave your dog with us overnight, he's gonna spend the whole day with the dogs in the playground from 8 to 6. It's not like they're gonna be in a room by themselves. No. So they're gonna be as well the whole day playing from 8 to 6. We take care of the food, the water, and after 6, they're just ready to eat and sleep until the day after.
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to ask you, so Miami has grown a lot, right? The area that you are located, Doghouse downtown, Miami is an area that has grown quite a bit, right? Miami in general has grown a lot, right?
Still growing, yeah.
So how do you see your business in a couple of years to come? Because as I said, more people have pets. Pets are a good companion. Dog lovers like me always are interested in having a dog or catering to give the best service to a dog, etc., treating them nicely, the best way possible. So how do you see this dog business in the next couple of years here in Miami?
Well, it's a growing business. There's a lot of potential clients in many different areas. Actually, before opening, we studied different areas, but we decided the downtown location because there's a lot of building, there's a lot of dogs in that area. And actually, I would say like maybe 85% of our clients are within, let's say, 2 or 3 blocks from our business.
Right.
So it's really, really close to us. And the good thing is that the area keeps growing.
Yes.
So I don't know if you've seen the project of the highway that they're doing right now.
Right.
So it's gonna have like even dog parks around the area. So I really think that the dog business is gonna keep growing, and especially in that area that we are in that town.
And it keep building more. There's more buildings coming, right?
Yes.
More people, young people, they're coming as well. Lots of people coming to that area. As you know, Miami became a kind of a tech hub, so a lot of people are coming to Miami. A lot of those, good percentage of these individuals are pet lovers, and they will have an opportunity to drop their pets, their dogs, in your place. So one thing I want to ask you is, tell me some of the challenges, some interesting stories about dealing with pets, right? Dealing with dogs, right? Any interesting story that you can relate to, or something that happened that is kind of funny, or something that is kind of different, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, every dog has their own personality, so that's the fun thing about working with them. Because every single day you're gonna see how they are interacting with the other dogs, and it's funny because you get to know each dog personality. So, for example, for us to make sure that the environment is safe, we need to know each personality of each dog. So that's a challenge, So that's why we also offer free daycare for new members. So when you come the first time, it's gonna be free for the first time of daycare, because we want to know your dog, and we also want your dog to know the space.
For example, did they they go running with all the water or something? Anything like that happen ever?
Yeah, it happens. It happens all day. So every day you'll get a different story, from dogs playing with each other, dogs fighting for the bowl. I mean, they're dogs, so you'll see if you have a dog yourself at home. You see that you laugh every time of anything that they're doing. So when you have like 20, 30, 40 dogs in the same location, it's even more fun.
No, but you separate the dogs, right? You put the small separate from the larger ones, right?
Yeah, we have an area for small, medium dogs, let's say up to 20 pounds,
Okay,
20, 25
all right,
pounds. And over 25, 30 pounds, we put them in the big park area.
But for example, if you have a dog like 100-something pounds, it still gets to the area with the 50-pound dogs. Is that a good combination?
Yes.
Still okay?
As long as they're friendly, we always want to make sure that all the dogs are friendly. Yeah.
Right. Another thing I want to ask you, Jose, as well about, because you were our student, you studied in Atlantis University, right, in the MBA. So how the experience of studying in Atlantis helped you to build your business?
Well, I did the MBA, the Master in Business. So what I love about it is that it gives you like overall knowledge of business. So I think that if you're going to manage a business, you need to have knowledge on many different areas, not just on a specific one. Right. So that's what I think the MBA gave me, knowledge on different areas that you can apply to your day-to-day. So I wouldn't say there's a specific class that I like or I remember, but it's good to have an overall knowledge for business.
Right. Yeah, there's something that we have. I particularly like to connect with the alumni and ask them like yourself to come here to kind of share their experiences running a business, growing their businesses, paying the bills and hiring employees. So in this context of your business, for example, what would you say in a pet business, in your case, the dog house downtown, what is the most challenging thing? Is hiring people, is training people, is keeping the place, if you were to say something that is the most difficult, because every business has something that is tough, right? If you have a restaurant, you need a good chef. If you have like a manufacturer, you get good machines, you need good material. Always have something that is critical. In your case, what is the critical success factor for you?
Well, I would say that the supervision needs to be on point every day. Because like I said, you always want to make sure that dogs are safe. So if you have dogs, you know that dogs are like kids. So the supervision has to be very, very strict. So you have to train the personnel to make sure that the environment is safe. You gotta be really careful to, for example, knowing when a fight is about to happen, because that's also what we do. So we already know how to prevent the fights from going. So that's something that the clients always ask. So they always ask like, what if my dog starts fighting with another one? So it's very possible that happens, because at the end of the day they're dogs. But when you get to know them, when you know the body language of the dogs, you already know how to prevent it before it happens. So I would say that's one of the challenge that we have on a day-to-day basis, just supervising the dogs and getting to know what they're doing and how to prevent any fight or any bad situation.
And it's interesting you said that, because the dogs, when they're about to fight, they become more tense, right? Tenser, and the ears sometimes go up, and the tail as well. So you can identify some signs, right, of a problem coming up, right?
Yeah, and it's also like a free training for the dogs. So when you do daycare, if your dog doesn't know how to socialize with other dogs, you'll see that over the time that you drop him off with us, he's gonna start behaving better each day. Right. Because, for example, if a dog let's say a dog is humping another one, for example. So we separate them from the pack and give him a break for, let's say, 5-10 minutes, and then put him back in the park again. Right. So he already knows, okay, wait, if I'm humping, they're gonna take me out. So if you do daycare a couple of days, you're gonna see that your dog is gonna start socializing better. That's the same with aggressive dog. If a dog you see that he's wanna start a fight, you take him out. So the dog already know what to do and what not to do in order to socialize freely the whole day.
No, it's interesting. So, and in terms of the grooming, because we talk a lot about the daycare, etc. Tell me a little bit about the grooming. So, what do you do in the grooming? What kind of stuff you do? The hair, the nails?
Yeah, the grooming is a full service. So, from bath to nail clipping, ear cleaning, up to the full haircut. So, we have 3 different packages, and you just choose the one that fits better for you. We could also advise you, like you can go for a bath, but if we see that your dog has some knots on the hair, then we recommend you to do a full haircut. So it's really convenient to get your dog often to grooming, because you're gonna prevent lots of things.
So you do I have seen some dogs, particularly like poodles, they said people do all kinds of things. They get a little ball in the tail, or some I like, some I don't like very much.
Yeah.
Do you do that kind of stuff as well? Like when clients say, hey, I want you to shave the hair here and leave the hair there. I like the hair myself as more natural as possible, right? Some people want to some kind of strange, in my opinion, haircuts, right? So you probably had lots of those requests, right? I want to shave here and leave the hair there, etc. Is that how you handle that?
I mean, we do what the client wants. So sometimes they just come with a picture and they say, you know what, I want my dog to look exactly like this.
Oh, I see.
So we
they bring a photo, they bring a picture and say, this is what I like.
Yeah. If you bring a picture, we'll do the grooming as
I see.
the same, yeah.
I see. So, Jose, just from a final point, tell us a little bit more about your business, some final comments, something that you want to share with us. I don't know, from your business perspective.
I think I have also a question from here. Is that did you have any kind of research? Because it seems like your business is something that. How did you get to the idea of that business? Because did you make a research, or it was just an idea that popped out from your environment? That's a question that I have. And another question would be, what are the future plans of this business? Do you think this is scalable? It looks like it has the potential for a franchise or something like that? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so the idea, like I said before, came because of a friend. So they opened the first location, and I saw with my own eyes that it was a successful business because I spent a lot of time there.
Okay.
I think I worked like a couple of times in there as well. So I was very aware of the business success. So that's why we decided to open the second one. And regarding the location, I'm most of the time in the downtown in Brickell area, so you don't have to make a big research to know that there's a lot of potential clients and a lot of dogs in that area. So I wouldn't say we did a research to know how many specific dogs are in this radio, for example. We didn't do that, but we knew that there was no to little competition in that area, and a lot of dogs. So it's a very high demand. So that's why we decided to do it in the downtown area.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing I want to ask you as well, Jose, is so final comments, final points that you wanted to make, about how you see your business in the next, as you said already, a couple of years, or anything that you want to tell our students, because you, from an MBA perspective, from an alumni perspective, your experience. So what could you share? What could we share with the students of Atlantis and other alumni about your experience as a student, as a business owner, as an executive, as a professional?
Well, to the students, I would say do not give any class for granted. Like, you don't know what knowledge you could get from one class and how you are going to be able to apply that knowledge in the future.
Good point. Yeah.
So just don't leave anything for granted. Just take as much content and as much knowledge possible as you can, because you never know if you're going to need it. And for example, in business, you may not be a professional on accounting, for example. You may not be an accountant, but you do want to know about numbers.
Right.
You may not be a specialist on marketing, but marketing is a key point on any business. So you do want to have an overall knowledge.
Right.
So it goes on like that. So the more knowledge that you can get from your classes in your university, just take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, so guys, one more alumni that's coming to visit us. So thanks, Jose, for your time. I really appreciate it even more because I love dogs. I'm a dog lover, and I see the potential of the business, the care you give to the dogs. So it's wonderful. Miami is a growing place. So it's always great to have the alumni coming and sharing with us their experience, their recommendations, their advice in general, because they have been there, done that. So they were, students with us. So we're going to continue to bring alumni. And again, Jose, thanks for the time. I want to have you back here in the future a couple more times. And thanks everybody for watching. See you next time.